Hi, my name is Andrew Wise. I'm a teacher in the vocal department of the Conservatory here in Antwerp. The music you're hearing is from Bach's Cantata number 62, Nun kommt der Heiden Heiland, an Advent cantata looking forward to the birth of Jesus at Christmas. This autumn, we'll be working together with some of our fantastic instrumentalists to perform this and another of Bach's festive and joyful Advent cantatas. We've been invited to perform these two works in a number of churches in Zeeland. Zeeland is just across the border between Belgium and Holland. It's quite an honour for us to be invited there as part of a collaboration between a number of churches to promote Lutheran music. Lutheran means, to all intents and purposes, Protestant. Luther was the great German religious reformer of the 16th century. He believed very much in the power of music and believed that words and music ought to be forged into one indivisible force, the text appealing primarily to the intellect, while music is addressed primarily to the passions. Bach shared these beliefs and incorporated text and music by Luther in many of his cantatas. Nun komm, der Heiden Heiland is a German translation of Veni Redemptor Gentium, an ancient 4th century Latin hymn by Ambrose of Milan, which in English roughly translates as Come, thou Redeemer of the earth. Luther took the chant as the basis for a metric hymn, which Bach harmonizes in BWV 62 as the closing chorale, but also uses as a cantus firmus in the opening chorus. He was very clever at this sort of thing. There's also a terrific military-sounding aria for the baritone, celebrating Jesus as revolutionary hero, as well as a dance-like aria for tenor or soprano with oboe obbligato. Obbligato means that you can't leave it out, which makes us all obligatos, doesn't it? The other cantata is called Schwingt freudig euch empor, meaning raise up your song joyfully. This cantata, like in fact all Bach's sacred cantatas, was meant for part of a Christian service. It's a bit longer than the other one, dividing into two parts, of which the first was meant for before the sermon and the other after it. By the time we've finished, the congregation will be fidgeting much too much for a sermon, I dare say. Bach first used the music in this cantata as part of a birthday celebration for one of his fellow teachers at the St. Thomas School in Leipzig. He must have been proud of it, and not without reason, for he used the music again for another birthday celebration and then finally adapted it to a devotional text for this cantata, BWV 36. Like the first cantata, we start with an opening chorus, the one which you're hearing in the background now, in fact. What actually do we mean by chorus? Well, if you look closely at the still shot from the video, which, by the way, comes from the Dutch Bach Society's recordings called All of Bach, you'll notice that there are only 9 singers. Does this count as a chorus? Well, yes, it does actually. And the music gains enormously in clarity by preferring a small group of highly trained singers to a massive choir of lesser mortals. Highly trained? So there's no pressure then. Bach works his cantus firmus magic in this cantata too. We get the same Lutheran hymn melody we had in BWV 62 in the duet, number 2, in the final chorale, and also in the 6th movement, where the oboes have a virtuosic fast duet, while the singers present the chant in long notes. But Bach incorporates another Advent tune too, Wie schön leuchtet der Morgenstern, how lovely shines the morning star, as the final chorale of part 1. Did I say oboes, by the way, in number 6? Actually, they're oboes d'amore, so called because of their tranquil and serene tone. These instruments are the mezzo-sopranos of the oboe family and very popular with Bach. He uses the instrument as an obbligato voice in the aria for tenor or soprano Die Liebe zieht mit sanften Schritten, which plays on the familiar Lutheran metaphor of the church as bride welcoming Jesus as bridegroom.
Zieht mit sanften Schritten sein treu geliebtes Allgemach. Die Liebe zieht.
Well, that's enough for now. I hope I've whetted your appetite for this exciting project. This is Andrew Wise signing off and wishing you all a great start to the academic year.